Hey everybody, it's Nikki here with another video. That's my personal experience, not to be used as medical advice. I am on day 2 of using my newest Minimed 670G. It's actually my third one that I'm on. So I figured I just started in auto mode yesterday, technically 1 o'clock in the morning the night before. But basically I woke up yesterday, was my first day in auto mode, and today's my second one. And I'm getting some messages from people who are just now beginning on the 670 at all. So I figured I would document, maybe even like the first week or so, just to kind of let you know how the first days are going, because they are rocky. And even when I know all the things I know, because I've learned a lot at this point, they are still rocky. So I kept a couple of notes, because that's what I do. This is what I like to say. Day 1, yesterday morning. I'll tell you what I did. Okay, I did what I always do. I got up, I calibrated, I did my calibration factor. And then I went ahead and got out of auto mode for my coffee. That is what I have discovered is the best routine for me. I don't do well with auto mode in the morning on coffee because I go very, very high. So I now leave auto mode. I go into manual and have my coffee. I did that. I ended up entering auto again once I saw that my blood sugar was starting to come down a little bit. And then I ended up in there for an hour or two, had a really good blood sugar, probably 100 or 120. But then I wanted to exercise, and 100 or 120, even in auto, was just too low for me to start. So I ended up needing an applesauce in the beginning, and I crashed probably about 20 minutes into it, and I did my old school thing of having another applesauce in the middle of it, which I had a feeling it was too much, but I started up in auto yesterday promising that I would let it do its thing, and I would try not to override stuff and just see what would happen. So it was kind of like I'm just going to have faith in my pump kind of deal. And I ended up having that second applesauce, which prior to the 670G would have been barely enough to get me through all this exercise. But it is, with the new one, it's just more than what I need. So I was great through the exercise. I did go into minimum delivery, but I didn't really check because I said I'm just going to do what I know to do and leave it be. And about an hour and a half later, I was at about a 250, which I then immediately recognized as probably the applesauces and the minimum delivery and all that. So I got out of auto again. I did a big correction bolus and manual, and didn't eat anything. But at this point, I was being very good. And then I just didn't watch. I went back to being, a mother and busy doing whatever. And it was probably a good hour that passed before I remembered to check it again. Next time I checked it, I was like at a 263, even after that correction bolus. And I realized that was that minimum delivery. When I go 2.5 hours without a basal, it has a profound effect on my blood sugar. I know I repeat that all the time, but it's really true. And so that's what I was seeing yesterday. That correction bolus was enough maybe for the applesauces, even with the exercise, but it just wasn't enough to cover the lack of basal too. So long story short, I ended up eating, and I did all my insulin for my carbs. I figured, okay, I've hit everything. I just have to be patient. It'll come down. Not a crazy dinner. I had a bowl of soup, 2 crackers, right? And I did the insulin for it. And then I went to go watch a movie. An hour and a half into that, it was a 313. And I was like, oh my God. So what I knew to do yesterday morning was to be very careful with exercise and correcting if I go a little bit low, and to really watch for that minimum delivery, and to really watch for that post-exercise high. Like, I knew all those things. I scratched it from my mind yesterday, promising myself that I'd give my pump a chance just to do it. And then as I sat last night struggling with a 300, 320, whatever, I realized, okay, so then I know these things to be true, and it still doesn't make my pump no good. It just means that I have to understand my pump's behavior, and I have to do my best to work with it, anticipate it, whatever. That was day 1. So the first part of the day was fantastic, and the second half of the day was not fantastic, but helped me confirm that these things that I'm talking about, these videos, for me. I don't know if it's true for other people, but for me, they're on target. So it's 5 o'clock now. I'm gonna go exercise now, and I will watch for minimum delivery. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching. Bye.